Seeing how I ended up reacting to both trailers leading up to Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney+, I'm pretty much obliged to do a review on the miniseries as I was with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I will have good things and bad things to say about this series, and there are bound to be spoilers as I speak about them. Meaning, if you haven't watched the show, don't watch this video any further. If you don't care about the spoilers, I'm going to move on now. So, the first thing I need to obviously acknowledge that this series was originally intended to be a movie that was then rewritten into a 6-episode TV series. This comes quite obviously clear in how some of the episodes are stretched out and padded to last longer than they were originally supposed to. The first episode, for example, has a slow build-up of what the status quo is with everyone at this point between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope, and then kicks the plot rolling halfway through. The second and third episodes then could have been one episode that was inevitably cut in half because of the cliffhanger in the middle, and then the fourth episode might have been on another one of which duration was tripled because it was a live-action TV show. If this was animated like Clone Wars or Rebels, it could have been cut into being a 20-minute episode. Episodes 5 and 6 are where the pacing gets a little better, as it's at the end of the third act climax of the original movie screenplay, where everything the previous episodes have been building up to needs to happen. However, as I said, the pacing is only improved ever so slightly, and the same flaws from the previous episodes are still present. To expand those pacing criticisms, I need to talk more about the premise of the show. It is set a decade after Revenge of the Sith, with Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi living as the old Ben Kenobi, living in a secluded exile on Tatooine, looking after the 10-year-old Luke Skywalker from afar, while his sister Leia is raised by Jimmy Smith's Senator Bail Organa on Alderaan. As we know from Rebels and Jedi Fallen Order, there are Inquisitors hunting the Jedi who survived Order 66, and Rupert Friend is supposed to be the same Grand Inquisitor from Rebels, despite having a more round head, and following his lead is Moses Ingram's third sister Reva. The plot of this movie turned into series is then kicked into motion when Reva decides to boost her career as an Inquisitor by having Leia kidnapped from Alderaan. The show's plot is so basically how Obi-Wan abandons Luke to go save Leia, whom Senator Organa could have sent anyone else to rescue, as he is an influential political figure. During this rescue mission, Obi-Wan is also meant to reconnect himself back into the Force after he had cut himself from it during his decade of PTSD after Revenge of the Sith. Reva, who set up Leia's kidnapping, also reveals in chasing her and Obi-Wan that she had been given this mission of luring Obi-Wan out of hiding by Darth Vader, who in this show is played by still 91-year-old James Earl Jones, who actually sounds much better than in Rogue One, and physically by Hayden Christensen. Vader corners Obi-Wan in the third episode and breaks the established canon from A New Hope, where Vader told Alec Guinness's Obi-Wan,
"Been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master."
Only a master of evil, Darth.
And while this is happening, Reva captures Leia again and takes her to the Inquisitor's base from a Fallen Order, where the remnants of Order 66 are held, and from which Obi-Wan has to save Leia with the help of an Imperial deflector played by Indira Varma. And this rescue plan from the fourth episode makes Star Wars look like it's the parody of Spaceballs instead of the other way around. The fifth episode then has this rescue mission lead to a holdout, where Reva's backstory is revealed as a youngling who survived Order 66 somehow, and so knows that Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker. And that is why she wanted Obi-Wan to come out of hiding, to get Darth Vader to come hunting him, so to have him out into open for what the fuck do you think was going to happen? No, she doesn't die. Reva gets stabbed through the stomach just like Qui-Gon did in Phantom Menace. And for some reason, she doesn't die. The final 6th episode is then a mixed bag of what the fuck was she thinking, and why couldn't the show be about this instead?
Anakin's gone. I am what remains. I'm sorry, Anakin, for all of it. I am not your failure, Obi-Wan. You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did.
At this point, I'm just going to pause describing the plot for a while and just say that whatever quality there is in Obi-Wan Kenobi series is Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen reprising their roles from the prequels. Episode 5 has a flashback scene of them from before Attack of the Clones sprinkled around it, and the two duels they have as Obi-Wan and Darth Vader have dramatic emotional tension in episodes 3 and 6. The second chance Hayden Christensen was given in actually getting to physically play Darth Vader and fuck shit up is thrilling to see. And as much the show ends up breaking the canon while trying to connect it to A New Hope, that is literally it. If you liked Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker from Star Wars prequels, you might as well look up the clips they appear in from YouTube. That being said, I feel obliged to say that while Vivian Lyra Blair as a 10-year-old Leia Organa made Carrie Fisher's Leia Organa in the original trilogy look retroactively worse by being too smart for her age, or in other words, she came across more as an adult woman in a 10-year-old's body. She was just as much guilty of that as much as Moses Ingram was as Reva. And by that I mean, if you have a problem with their characters and or performances, remember that they were directed by a director who had a vision of these characters that they were hired to portray, and had to work with the material that the writers, aka these guys, had written for them to work with.
We killed them all and I couldn't do it.
By showing mercy, you have given them peace. You have honored them.
Have I become him?
You have chosen not to. Who you become now, it is up to you.
Pirate or not, this man saved my life.
One good deed is not enough to redeem a man of a lifetime of wickedness.
It seems enough to condemn him.
Indeed.
And if we lived in a perfect world with smart people, Moses Ingram would have told the people interviewing her that she forwarded those racist messages that she got from certain group of individual dumbasses to the writing department with a note attached to them that said,
"Stop making me look bad."
It has been almost a decade since Anna Gunn was sent death threats for how her character was portrayed in Breaking Bad, and I would really like to believe that we have grown as television consumers who know that actors do not write their characters. Meaning that send your negative criticism to the writer's room instead of the actor's social media. And that is all I feel worth saying about Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney+. Like or dislike this video, comment what you have to say about this show down below, share this video if it feels worth sharing, and subscribe or stay subscribed for other videos I have planned to do next. Also ding the bell for a chance to chat with me when I have decided what game to stream myself playing next, and may your heart be your guiding key.